You're watching Cartel TV and I'm Amelia. If you've been waiting for a premium EV SUV that isn't just another Tesla, then the Zeekr 7X definitely deserves a test drive.
Shiny toy in Australia's EV playground.
Now I know that many of you are probably thinking, Zeekr what?
Zeekr who?
You've got to listen up, all right? Here's a quick intro.
Zeekr is a premium EV arm of Geely. Yep, the same group that owns Volvo, Polestar, Lotus, and even a slice of Mercedes. So, not some random startup, but a brand with some serious family connections. They've been in Australia for about a year.
But the dealer network is growing. There's currently 12 across Australia at the time of filming, and they've just joined with Solitaire here in Adelaide.
So yeah, Zeekr isn't dipping its toes in, it's cannonballing straight into the premium EV pool.
But is it actually any good?
So first up, what does it look like?
The Zeekr 7X is basically what happens when Scandinavian minimalism and Chinese tech ambitions have a baby.
The result? A mid-size SUV that looks properly expensive without going over the top.
The front is sharp and minimalistic.
You've got ultra-slim LED headlights, a clamshell bonnet that looks like it's been carved from a single piece, and active aero flaps that open while driving to cool the battery.
All clean, all purposeful.
And hidden touches like the concealed wipers keep the whole face looking really tidy.
Side on, the silhouette is clean and modern with a coupish slant to the roof line, but a rising window line which makes it seem really sporty.
Flush door handles, frameless side mirrors, and window seals hidden into the door frame all add to both the aerodynamics and the luxury vibe.
The drag coefficient is just 0.247, which is seriously impressive for something of this size.
Wheel options range from 19-inch alloys on the lower trims to big 21-inch forged alloys on the performance model, which also gets orange calipers at the back to shout a little louder.
Around the back, it's all about clean lines and a light show.
A full-width LED bus stretches across the tailgate, and the rear wiper is tucked out of sight so nothing interrupts the look.
It's really neat, it's super modern, and it's really premium without screaming for attention.
Put it all together and the 7X nails the brief.
It looks high-tech, it looks premium, it just looks expensive.
And with 12 cameras hidden around the body, it's not just for show. The design is working hand in hand with the driver assist systems.
Seriously, look how many cameras are in this thing. 1, 2, 3.
It's one of those SUVs you instantly spot in a car park. And not because it's loud or flashy, but because it just looks sorted.
You've got 3 flavours of battery motor setup.
The base rear-wheel drive with a 75 kilowatt-hour golden brick battery gives about 480 kilometres of range WLTP and 0 to 100 in 6 seconds. The long-range rear-wheel drive bumps you up to 100 kilowatt-hour battery with 615 kilometres of range WLTP. That's class-leading for the price. And then there's a performance all-wheel drive. 475 kilowatts, 710 newton meters, that big 100 kilowatt hour battery, 580 kilometers of range, and dual motors which rocket from 0 to 100 in just 3.8 seconds. That's Tesla baiting numbers. Suspensionless double wishbone up front, multi-link rear with optional air suspension and damper control. So yes, it does this whole magic carpet thing.
Charging is where Zeekr really flexes. It's got 800-volt architecture and is capable of charging speeds of up to 450 kilowatts DC.
On a proper 360 kilowatt fast charger, you can go from 10 to 80% in about 13 minutes on the rear-wheel drive or 16 minutes on the big battery models.
Honestly, you can pop it on charge while you run in to do your morning coffee stop. The only problem is we just need Aussie infrastructure to catch up. Come on, people. Good morning, good morning.
At home, it's got a 22 kilowatt onboard AC charger, so if you've got a home charger, an overnight top-up is easy.
And yes, vehicle to load comes standard, which means, wait for it, you can charge up your coffee machine at your kids' Saturday morning soccer.
Output is 3.3 kilowatts, which is decent and can be used to power your home using a HOEM system. Visit cartel.tv/HOEM for more information on this.
But just so you know, there's no V2L adapter included in the car and no 240-volt socket inside either.
We had the Zeekr out on the road and on the track at Tailem Bend, and honestly, it's like 2 cars in one.
Out here on the Grand Drive, it just feels really refined.
The steering's got really nice weight. The cabin is super calm. Tyres are whisper quiet. It's very luxury SUV vibes.
Gotta jump on that brake pedal.
And you can play with the Regen too. 3 levels plus 1 pedal drive if you want that easy stop-start flow.
Then flick it into the performance all-wheel drive and it is a whole different animal.
Oh my God.
There you go. 160.
Oh my God. Tell me when I need to start braking.
The shove is instant. The brakes are solid, and that 0 to 100 in 3.8 seconds, yeah, it feels every bit that quick.
Now, usually when you think of family luxury 5-seater SUV, you're thinking about maybe school pickups, trips up the highway to the local sports game. Very rarely are you thinking of off-roading.
You've got an off-road mode and the air suspension will lift up to 45 millimeters.
Okay, so I'm nosing my way over the peak of this hill, right? And then this has hill descent control. So I basically just need to take my foot off. Oh, there we go. Okay, I literally do not have my foot on the accelerator. All I need to do is steer, and it just gently, gracefully gets me to where I need to go, and then off we go.
So 1 minute you're carving up corners, the next you're casually crawling over stuff you didn't think a slick SUV like this would bother with.
Step inside and the Zeekr 7X instantly feels like a tech sanctuary.
Honestly, even getting in is an experience. Watch this. The door opens with a push of a button. You pop yourself in and close it with another button. Oh, just got to push it properly.
All doors swing super wide too, which is brilliant when you're wrangling kids, bags, or both at once.
It's like having your own personal little valet. I feel like I need to tip the car every time I get in. My first impressions inside? Minimalist, but functional.
With lush Nappa leather, ripple ambient lighting, and that full-size SUV sense of space.
Up front, you've got big, comfy chairs with heating, ventilation, and massage on both sides, not just a driver.
The curved 13-inch instrument cluster is a personal favourite because it integrates seamlessly behind the steering. There's a huge 16-inch infotainment screen. It's crystal clear and very, very sleek. Below the main screen, you still get proper physical rolling dials for climate, which honestly is a lifesaver. There's even a 36-inch AR head-up display that throws nav and hazard info straight onto the road. And the overhead console has this funky adjustable halo light that makes the cabin glow just right.
The audio setup is next level as well. You've got these speakers in the headrest, which means if you've got kids in the back or your baby's having a nap, you can take a call or listen to music without feeling like you're going to wake the baby and therefore ruin your entire day.
You can select modes like pet mode or camping mode that tailor the whole cabin for specific uses. It even has a car wash mode, which disables the auto doors and sensors.
So they're not accidentally triggered while you're blasting them with a pressure washer. Thoughtful and very necessary.
In the back, space is huge, up to 1,187 millimeters of legroom, which is seriously adult approved. The seats are fully electric with heating, ventilation, and even sunshades you can control with a dual purpose switch. There's also a rear-facing camera, so you can keep an eye on the kids without turning around.
Which might seem a little bit creepy, but don't worry, you can cover it. But seriously, as a mum, keeping an eye on your kids in the back, game-changing. I want to mention these automatic blinds in the back here, which you can either operate from the infotainment system as the driver or the front passenger, or you can do it just with a little click of a button back here. This is so handy. I have a toddler who hates the sun. We need this in our car.
And from the left rear seat, you can actually adjust the seat in front. A power move if you need more space.
Also, very cool is that this centre console can be upgraded or swapped out for a fridge, which is so handy on long road trips.
Out the back, you've got up to 1,978 litres with the seats folded flat, or plenty of space even with all the rows up.
There's also this neat little button in the back that you press and hold to lower the air suspension, making loading so much easier.
And just for good measure, you also get a 62-litre frunk under the bonnet. Perfect for all the toiletries you might need when you're travelling away.
Also, there are 36 nifty little storage cabins scattered throughout the car. Ready? Watch this. Pop that in there, out of the way. Perfect.
It's one of those cars where you keep discovering little spots to stash stuff.
Zeekr certainly does not skimp on safety.
You get a full suite, 12 HD cameras, radar, ultrasonic sensors, auto lane change, auto park assist, 360-degree camera, pedestrian cyclist detection, adaptive cruise, and driver monitoring. Sentry mode means security while the car is parked. It records activity when no one's around. The structure itself is hardcore, one-piece die-cast rear, 83% high-strength steel, and it's designed to take side impacts of up to 75 tonnes. That's That's a lot of shopping trolleys. The pricing starts at $57,900 for the rear-wheel drive MLP, $63,900 for the long-range rear-wheel drive MLP, and $72,900 for the performance all-wheel drive MLP.
And look, that is premium, but when you look at the range, the charging speeds and the tech, it stacks up really well against something like a Tesla Y or the Polestar 4.
The Zeekr 7X is not here to mess around. It's sharp to look at, crammed with tech, drives like a luxury SUV on the road, and straight up hauls on the track. And with 12 dealers in Australia already, including Solitaire here in Adelaide, it's not some startup gimmick. If you've been waiting for a premium EV SUV that's not just another Tesla, this Zeekr 7X deserves a test drive.
Zeekr's only been here in Australia for 1 year, but this 7X shows that it is dead serious about staying. Thanks for watching Cartel TV. We would love to know, what do you think of this all-new Zeekr 7X? Let us know in the comments below. We are super excited to read them. And as always, dream big and drive on.